Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This channel is for the purpose of English literature students, and today I am here to give an easy explanation of the poem Bequest by Eunice de Souza. So we'd know at first about the poet. So the poet was an Indian English language poet, a literary critic and a novelist. She was born in the year 1940 in Pune, and she belonged from a Goan Catholic family. She is known for her notable books of poetry such as Women in Dutch Painting, Ways of Belonging, and many others. She was also the editor of a number of anthologies on poetry, folktale, and literary criticism. First of all, we would know a bit about the poem. So, the poem is about passing down a woman's true emotions to their so-called other helps for the sake of standards or floating along with the flow of conventions. Through this poem, de Souza is revealing how a woman speaker's mindset is shaped and revisit from an early age. She is also here saying about the patriarchal structure of a particular society. We would more look at the title of this poem. Bequest is particularly a financial term describing the act of giving assets such as bones, jewelry, and cash to individuals or organizations through the provisions of a will or an estate plan. So we would know here that what she is giving through and to whom she is giving, and also we would know about the structure of this poem. This poem consists of 5 stanzas with irregular line count, and there are a total of 21 lines that do not follow a set of rhyming pattern or meter. So this poem is a free verse. We would go to the first stanza of this poem. Here she is saying that in every Catholic home there is a picture of Christ holding his bleeding heart in his hand. I used to think, oh. So the poem Bequest begins with an idea that is similar to the overall theme of the poem, that is sacrificing oneself. De Souza presents a cliche image of Christ holding his bleeding heart out in his hand. The image has 2 facets. Firstly, it is a religious symbol of Christ's sacrifice and passion. On the other hand, it portrays the speaker's bleeding heart infected by the norms of patriarchy. When the speaker was a child, she felt a bit disgusted and disturbed after looking at the bleeding heart of Christ. The expression, oh, refers this sense of disgust. However, the situational irony of this poem is while grieving up, she becomes used to this metaphorically bloody side of patriarchy. Then, in the second stanza, she says, "The only person with whom I have not exchanged confidences is my hairdresser." The speaker here is saying that she remained true to everyone. There is no fear in revealing her true self to others, but however, there is only one exception. According to the speaker, the only person has not exchanged confidences with her is her hairdresser. In this line, the poet uses poetic device of sarcasm. The idea of hairdresser sounds astonishing, as the reader had expected that some else in this way she depicts what kind of girl she was. And then in the third stanza she says, "Some recommend stern standards, others say float along." He says, "Take it as it comes," meaning, of course, as he hands it out. She here says about the recommended stern standards of a conventional society. Here, stern infers authoritarian side of patriarchy. Some of them told her to float along with other women. In this line, the poet uses a metaphor for floating downstream, so the stream stands for the patriarchal standards. In order to belong to this society, she has to float along, not knowing where this stream will lead her. The following lines also says about crisis advice to human to accept whatever comes in their way. They have to accept, to be ready to do the things as the Creator sends them, be it good or bad. Furthermore, the speaker emphasizes the fact by using the expression. Then, in the fourth stanza, we have seen that the speaker is saying, "I wish I could be a wise woman, smiling endlessly, vagaciously like a plastic flower, saying, 'Child, learn from me.'" So here the speaker expresses her wish to be a wise woman. Who is a wise woman from society's point of view? A woman who knows only the art of smiling, not the art of being self-satisfied, is the one who is wise. She is wise as she has taken the deliberate decision to accept the norms of this society unquestionably. Also, here the speaker uses simile of a plastic flower with the smile of the speaker, as a plastic flower is an imitation of reality, empty of the spontaneity of life. Likewise, now the speaker is devoid of the emotion that makes a human human. And then she is saying the manner Christ teaches us, she is also teaching the art of heartless smiling to her child. In the last stanza, she is saying that it's time to perform an act of charity to myself, bequeath the heart like a spare kidney, preferably to an enemy. In the final stanza, she speaks ironically about her act of charity. Like Christ, she has accepted her crucifixion for the sake of humankind, uh, and also she is here saying that she is sacrificing not for others but for redeeming herself from mental suffering. She also compares her heart to a spare kidney. In this way, she decreases the value of the most important organ of the body to an inferior one. It is important to note the meaning behind the term heart, as heart is metaphor for emotions. Eunice de Souza tries to sacrifice her heart to reveal herself from the pain that is constantly causing her, and also she prefers that to give her heart to an enemy rather than a friend. Here in this poem, de Souza speaks about a feminine identity who is being challenged in a patriarchal society where convention is challenging individualism. Also, de Souza brings the patriarchal system of the society and explores the woman's mind. She is also writing this piece from the perspective of a speaker whose mind is shaped from an early age. She is here saying about the fakeness of her emotion and also the heart to bequeath to her partner as a form of sacrifice. Hence, we have come to the end of this video. Hope so you all like this video, and if you like it, then please share it with your friends. And I would like to give more videos on English literature in my further classes. Thank you all.